Learners, Tyler from 10 Thumbs Pro, and today I am going to show you how to play some flamenco. I am going to introduce the chord progression and the scale that matches with it so you can start to learn how to create melody, riffs, and improvise. The right hand rhythm, it was too much to fit in all this, so if you want another lesson talking about hand techniques, right hand techniques, let me know. I'd be happy to do that. If you like what we do, hit subscribe. New guitar every single Monday. If you love it, become a Patreon, printable tabs for all the guitar tutorials, links in the notes. I do one-on-one lessons as well. If you're interested in that, you can check the description. Grab the guitar brain attention span, follow me on in, and let's get flamenco-ish. Okay, so we're gonna take 4 basic chords and make some magic. We're gonna need that A minor, G, F, and even if you can't play the bar chord, that's all right, because we're gonna show you a trick that's gonna make that much easier. So even if you can't play F, don't worry, and an E. Okay, now that's called like the Andalusian chord progression. And that's a region of Spain that was popular for kind of being the hub in the creation of flamenco. But flamenco clearly has influences of music from North Africa as well. It's a very diverse and global genre. So let's get a basic strum pattern. Let's just go down, down, up, up, down, up. Again, if you want the right hand stuff, let me know and I'll do it in another video. We're gonna do that, but we're gonna do it quick. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And let's just go through those 4 chords. Okay, now to give it the progression more of a flamenco vibe, after E, we're gonna do 2 more on F, 2 more on E, 2 more on F, E, and then let it ring, and then we start over. So the whole thing will be A minor times 2, G times 2, F times 2, E times 2, F times 2, E times 2, F times 2, and then E times 1, and you're gonna let it ring. And we're back to the top. Okay, so that is the chord progression. Now we can make it sound a whole lot more Spanish by changing up the F and the E chords. For the F, I'm gonna give you the name and you're like, how can I play that? That sounds impossible, but it's gonna look a lot easier than it sounds. It's called the F major 7 sharp 11. Just lift that finger up. So you're playing first, third, second, 0, 0. So we're adding a B and an E note to our F chord. The E is the major 7 and the B is the sharp 11. And then to our E. Let's put that into play. And back. And back. Oops. Let it ring. I don't have a pick, and I'm again don't want to make it overly complicated, so my fingers got caught up in there a little bit. Okay. Now this is an E with a flat 9, not to be confused with E flat 9. Very different sounding chord. The flat 9 here would be the F, and again, F to E. Adding that F here really does add a lot of cool dissonance to it. Now when you finish the song, the regular E will sound better. But when you're doing the chord progression, this sounds great. This is also the same spot where the pinky is over your F chord. So you can leave your pinky anchored right there if you want. You can also just think of it as an E chord, but moving that up there. In the context, nice and slow. Now let's look at the scale that you would use to solo over that. It sounds like this. And that is the Lydian dominant. Now, over the G, you're going to use the Lydian, which is... So you're going to use both of these. So let's learn them both. And the good news is there's only one note difference, right? Here and here. Open. And you have the first fret, do, do, fourth fret, O, 1, 4, open A string, second fret, third fret, open D, second fret. That's your octave. So it's that's just one octave of the shape. 0, E note, flat second, your F. So you can use that when you're doing these changes like that. Hitting the F pretty hard, hitting the F pretty hard, and then hitting the E pretty hard. Or the F too if you want. Fourth fret's your G sharp, do, 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 major third, do, 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 do. A is your fourth interval, B is your fifth, C is your flat second, or flat sixth, do, 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 do. Flat seven, octave. If you have no idea what those intervals are, you know, that's okay. You can just learn the shape and know it sounds good. But the intervals are how you measure distance between two notes, and knowing that, you're able to construct that scale in different keys. Okay, now over the G chord, there's one note difference. When you're soloing over the G, you want to slide that G sharp down to the third fret. You get O, 1, 3, O, 2, 3, O, 2. Rest of the song, do, 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 do. And that would be the scale that you use. Now, I would suggest at first just kind of maybe trying to figure out a couple riffs with it. But once you start to solo with it, really kind of think about the chords. A minor has an A note, C note, and an E note. So you don't only play those notes, but it's cool to kind of target them and hit them a little harder. Do, do, do. Goes to the G, that's where your one note difference. There's a D note in there, goes to the F. E makes it that major 7. Do, 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 do. So you can loop that and solo over it. Now that's just a total crash course to the most classic flamenco chord progression of all time, and the scale that you use to solo over it. Just an introduction, but get your feet wet here. Let me know what you think, and I'll be more than happy to kind of keep diving in, learning specific songs, right hand technique, and taking this much deeper, because this is kind of flamenco for people who don't really know what flamenco is and just want to get their toes in the tempranillo, in that red wine instead of the water. And there it is, folks. That's how you do it. That's the scale. That's the chord progression. That's how we put it all together. I hope that you enjoyed it. Happy to show you how to do it. Happy to bring it to you. Keep on rocking and rolling. Keep on jamming. And thank you so much for learning with us. And until next time, I hope you have a lovely day. Life is good. If you want some listening recommendations as well, too, I'll put some of my favorite artists in the description, just in case you're completely new to this genre and you want to check out some examples. Again, if you want that right hand technique, let me know and I'd be happy to teach it to you. But I like to get my hands back on a nylon string guitar before I do that so I don't rip all my skin off my hands. All right, take care and have a lovely day.